Imagine being a German commander in 1944. Your scouts report thousands of Allied tanks approaching your position. Radio signals confirm it. Aircraft are spotted. Massive troop movement is heard through the night.
So you move your forces to prepare for a massive attack. There's just one problem. The army you're preparing for doesn't exist.
During World War II, the United States created one of the strangest military units ever assembled. It was called the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops. Instead of traditional soldiers, the unit was made up of artists, sound engineers, designers, and radio specialists. Their weapons? Inflatable tanks, fake artillery, recorded battlefield noises blasted from giant speakers. From a distance, it looked like a massive army preparing for battle. But in reality, only about 1,100 soldiers were creating the illusion of over 30,000 troops. German forces repeatedly moved their armies to defend against attacks that were never coming. And because of this deception, thousands of real Allied soldiers survived battles they might not have otherwise. Picture one of the bloodiest battles in the Pacific. Machine guns firing, explosions shaking the ground, soldiers falling everywhere. Now imagine running directly into that chaos without a gun and doing it over and over again.
His name was Desmond Doss. He was a combat medic during World War II, but because of his faith, he refused to carry a weapon. Many soldiers thought he was crazy. Some even believed he would get them killed.
Then came the brutal Battle of Okinawa in 1945. The battlefield was a cliffside known as Hacksaw Ridge. Soldiers were being cut down everywhere. When the retreat was ordered, most troops pulled back, but Doss stayed.
One by one, he dragged wounded soldiers to the edge of the cliff. Then he lowered them down using a rope.
Every time he saved someone, he reportedly whispered the same words, "Please, Lord, help me get one more." By the end of the night, he had saved around 75 men, and he never fired a single shot. Imagine standing in a freezing trench during World War I. The enemy is only about 100 feet away. For months, you've been shooting at each other every single day. Then suddenly, you hear something strange. Singing. Not shouting, not gunfire, Christmas carols. On Christmas, in 1914, something unbelievable happened across parts of the Western Front. German soldiers began decorating their trenches. Then they started singing. British troops listened from their trenches and slowly began singing back. Eventually, soldiers cautiously climbed out of their trenches. They met in the muddy no man's land between them. They shook hands. They exchanged food, tobacco, and small gifts. Some accounts even describe soldiers playing soccer together in the snow. This moment became known as the Christmas truce. For a brief moment in the middle of one of history's deadliest wars, the fighting simply stopped. Not because of orders, but because soldiers on both sides decided, just for one day, to be human again. War is usually remembered through the biggest battles and the most famous victories. But hidden in history are stories that show something deeper: courage, creativity, and sometimes humanity. Stories that remind us that even in the darkest moments of war, there were still people capable of incredible things.